This is perfect because now it's time to bring in Avinash into this mix. Avinash, quick comments on this before we proceed ahead with asking you how you're using hyper personalization in the current field that you're in, and talk a little
Yes,
bit to
yes.
us about Zaggle.
So, firstly, thank you for having me, and thank you for the nice segue, Monica. I can't claim to have 2 or 3 decades of banking experience, but I do have some. The one thing that I would like to say in this whole context is that I think if you look at it at a core, the revolution which technology is bringing, that is inevitable, right? We all recognize that implicitly. I'm just stating it out that the whole banking world, the fintech world, this revolution is inevitable, right? And there is no way you can turn around and say that, oh, will the banks win or the fintechs win? That's only time, something that time will decide. But I do see that. Between a lot of the markets, you will see a balance coming in because banks play a important role as well in the ecosystem. They are trust custodians. And fintechs bring the innovation, bring in the customer centricity, bring in the newness to the experience to the customers, which is lacking or historically has been lacking, right? I wouldn't necessarily talk of individual segments that whether banks are serving or not. But I think the reason why fintechs have been able to emerge, along with the fact that APIs have come in and all those things, is that there is a clear need that has been identified even by regulators that banks historically have not done enough on the innovation side, right? And hence fintechs have emerged. And in our case, in Zaggle's case specifically, we have a model where we co-opt with the banks. We partner with the banks, and we work with our banks to generally grow the pie and to make sure that the banks, the merchants. So ours is a four-cornered ecosystem. Very quickly, we have corporates, we have users, we have merchants, and we have banks, right? And Zaggle sits in the middle, and we create value for each of these four stakeholders, right? The idea is not to either penalize the merchants or the corporates or to find ways in which you can take the business away from the banks, but to create value for each of these stakeholders. And it's been a model that's been fairly successful for us.
So, if I may ask you, the biggest elephant in the room, which is how do these new age banks make money? And if data is not going to be monetized, and if a hyper personalization is a demand, there's a lot of tech that needs to be built in order to actually help these banks survive against mammoth, big monolithic banks. So, question is how? Tell us.
So I think I'm reasonably well placed to answer that, Monica. I've been running Zaggle for now 10 years. In the last 2 years, we've been profitable. Last year, we did about 4 million in profit. That's PAT profit after tax. And this year, we should be doing about 10 million US dollars. I'm talking US dollars here. So we have figured out a model, I believe. In the previous year, also we were profitable, but that was like 500,000. So I believe we've figured out a model where you can build profitability at scale. And I think the way to do it is to actually get your hands dirty, work with partners, whether it's banks, whether it's merchants, whether it's corporates, or it's consumers, right? And to create real value. And when you're able to do that, rather than trying to look for a quick fix or to try to, it's a much tougher road, and it's been a decade now for us. But I think the results are there, whether it's in terms of GTV, which we did about gross transaction value, which we did last year of about $2 billion, or in terms of revenues, or in terms of profits, right? So I think it's possible. I believe it's possible. We've done it, and we continue to do that. It's a much longer conversation as to how we've been able to achieve it, but the larger pillars are very clear that we focus on four things. We focus on global businesses, tech-driven businesses. We focus on businesses that have scale, and businesses where we have some unfair advantage or understanding it. Right. So by using these four key pillars, we've been able to build a fairly scaled-up, successful business.
Wonderful, Avinash. Thank you so much.